We got to talk about hygiene shopping, but warnings, warnings. And so I wanted to share this with y'all just because I shared this video in a shorter format and just sharing with you all what I think you should be aware of all across the scope, all across the scope of things when you go smell good shopping, when you go hygiene shopping. But before we do, so we're back. So I have had my share and continue to of hygiene shopping trips, many of which I will share with you all and have already shared with you all in different stores. I have a habit of also not only going to the stores that people hear about, Target and Walmart and Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx in Burlington. But I also like to go to those stores that are not really thought about, but they still sell hygiene products. When they sell the hygiene products, even if I'm going in there just to show y'all what they have and window shop, I'm going to show you in some form or capacity. So we'll see what the future holds going forward. So this was footage here from Publix just a few short weeks ago, and these are the men products. I don't like to leave the men's stuff out either, although I only heavily discuss the stuff for us because men like to smell good too. Hey, 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 hey. So I go to smell one of the bottles and it's broken, which is an indicator here that nearly half the cap is missing, and which means somebody had to have dropped it or it got damaged in some way. So I'm like, these are things that you definitely need to look for, and that's fine because I'm not. Oh, I'm not going to address that. What I'm seeing here on the back end, I'm just keep talking to y'all. hmm So I would watch for either half the cap is gone, cracked caps of body washes. This goes for everything: body lotions, body creams, and so forth. Body washes, they typically don't come with seals. It's usually the jar and the tub like items that you would see a seal on. Now, Tree Hut is the exception. I think they teeter totter with things that come in the tub as far as putting a seal on those things. I don't know why. I'm just as a consumer, put put the seal on stuff. Cause baby, I done seen stuff on these worldwide internets and yeah, the ice cream situation, going in the store in the freezer, and, people do anything for views. Lick the ice cream, the very top of it, and put it back in. Baby, we had to get rid of the whole row. I bet you they did. So I'm just trying to do the same thing here with body care. Also, you'll see right around the rim, the opening where you squeeze the product out here. That Let me see if I could pause right there. Right around that opening where the product comes out, you also see some of the product came out. So they probably squeezed it out, or you never know. Maybe they went shopping with the kids, with the children. You just never know with the kiddos. And they pick stuff up. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens at us adults. So be mindful of that. Also, you want to look for any chipped tops of the body washes, the body oils too. Like anything like Neutrogena, they're relatively mild smelling body oil in that tall bottle, and you can see through it. Like it's like a carrier oil. You could make it smell like anything that you want it to smell like. I'd be careful with those caps because they're the simplest caps, much like this one that you guys are seeing, to the opposite of me, and they're the most prone to chipping if you drop them. Another thing you want to look for, I was also, this is footage from Publix. This is also, I came across the aisle with feminine hygiene. There was a feminine wash, Summer's Eve, of course. It really was. I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. I was just window shopping to see what body care products and smell good products they have. So I'm looking, and the whole cap is missing from the Summer's Eve wash. And I'm like, well, where did the whole cap go? I tried looking a little bit, but then afterwards, I kind of just was like, okay, I gave up. I'm like, I didn't do this, but I'm wondering how the whole cap come up missing. How? How did it come up missing? That's another thing you have to watch for. Whole entire missing caps. Other places I've seen this is in department stores. Can't think of any in particular. Um, a lot of times you'll find really great gems in places like TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, Ross, Ross, any other places like that. And sometimes you'll see they're marked down just simply because of things like this that you see the opposite of me. And the tops, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the product, but it's just that somebody dropped it or it was a store accident, an employee. Hey, I'm not calling out. I'm just saying things to look for. Maybe nothing's wrong with the product. It's just the cap is chipped like you guys are seeing. Maybe worse, maybe not as bad. Another thing when it comes to product, if the cap is missing or if the cap is chipped in some way, you want to make sure that 99.9% of the product is in there. Real quick, back to the Summer's Eve wash story. The whole cap was missing, but then also a good amount of that product was missing. About that much. And mind you, Summer's Eve, the whole thing is like, I don't want to guess. Let me see if I have a bottle or something. I don't. I don't. But if you use Summer's Eve, you're aware of the normal standard size ounce of what their bottles are for their feminine wash. If about this much is missing from quick glance, you could count that as a loss because you don't know if they dipped their finger in it. Okay, I'm finna go there. This it's a issue, becomes a concern of, is it sanitary to even sell, even to let it even sit on the shelf, because the first concern is the whole cap is missing. So that's stuff I look at. I'm like, the whole cap is missing and then some of the product is missing. So it either dropped and the cap flew off somewhere because I couldn't find it for the life of me. And then some of it spilled, and since then they had cleaned it up probably hours before I had stepped in the store and went in there to vlog and just show you all what's in there. Now, another thing, smells. I discussed this on another video, which I'll put up after this one, for how to store your body care products. I do that according to temperature, and I go all the whole 9 yards of everything. So you want to check for expiration dates. Now, if the seal has been broken, it's the type of thing the seal has been broken, then the expiration date starts immediately after you open it. So if it says 12M on the back somewhere, that little label, then you got 12 months to do that. If you catch it open, I would let a store employee know that, your concerns and everything. That's what I should have done. But I was so shocked because in all my years of hygiene shop, I never seen the whole cap come up missing. Never, from a whole bottle, ever. Also, with lotions, because lotions tend to dry around the nozzle the same way that you guys are seeing. It dries around the nozzle, which is an indicator that it's probably been sitting there a while, exposed to oxygen. Also, maybe it has oxidized around the nozzle. Now, a lot of these nozzles are similar for body lotions, just like they are body washes, too. I'm just saying. Yeah. Mhm. And then you also want to keep in mind the stores. If you ever wonder why the stores you're going to is so cold, full of that air conditioning, that's a factor too. Now, if it's a store that carries multiple things like Walmart, Target, um, Trader Joe's, they carry groceries as well as body care products. They're just on two different sides of the store, maybe close, but they definitely two different sides of the store. Then that's why they have the air conditioner on, because that's a factor too. It's like going down the candy aisle, and if the temperature is 85 degrees, you wonder why all the chocolate is melted. That's why they have to keep the temperature at a certain level in the store to maintain that too. I of course, if you hygiene shop like me and many other girls here on this internet that love to smell good, okay, um, you typically flip the cap open like you guys are seeing. Smell it. Give it a quick whiff. In your quest to sniff it, whether you've had it before or whether you're checking to see if it's good, see if it's a body wash you've had before, just do the normal smell test. If it's a new one, do the normal smell test, but then also check around the nozzle to see if any product is there. And if any product is there, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad either. If the product is there, then next I would check to see anything is dried around there, if anything's missing, if unless the nozzle is like real tiny, just try to get a glimpse. Check the top, see if it's cracked, chipped in any way. Now another thing, body sprays. Let me see if I could find anything. Choo, choo, choo. I don't seem to have anything. Oh, all right. Body sprays. What you want to look for body sprays in particular. You want to body sprays. You want to look for if the nozzle, if the spray nozzle is even missing. Because I've gotten great stuff like that, and maybe the if you notice the nozzle keeps coming off and you in the store and you ain't bought it yet, that's a personal choice that you must make going forward. Should I leave it on the shelf? In department stores, that's really tough because a lot of times it'll be the only bottle of that left. It'll be something really unique, which is why I love shopping at department stores for hygiene stuff. But then if you see that bottle is broken, it's chipped, the spray nozzle is gone, or you find the spray nozzle but it barely staying on, then you have to. What I would do is, if you have any memory of any other body spray that you are particularly low on, and it's about this much left, then if you know you could spray it out, use it up in the next couple of days, then I would buy the bottle of the body spray or whatever. Especially if the cap is removable, the top is removable, and then pour all the contents of that into your other bottle of perfume that's almost gone. Now, if you have eau de perfume and you find another eau de perfume that's going, you're going to need they call it a perfume atomizer, decanter, DECANTER. I'll check and probably put it up later on to get the correct terminology for you all. And I would buy it anyway if the nozzle gone, if the nozzle just sits on there a little raggedy, okay, a little sloppy, or it keep popping off. I have one. I think I still have one like that. Body spray from Calgon, Hawaiian ginger. That kept getting kept coming off, and it would not stay on, and eventually I think it went missing, and then I've just kept it like that. 99.9% of it left in the bottle is just I can't spray because the nozzle is gone. It done came up missing. Hmm. Yep. Now for deodorants, I had it in front of me. Deodorants are normally sealed. 99% of the time. If you're opening it like this and there's no cap on this, don't buy it. Don't take a chance. What- The bigger picture here begs to differ that any time that you are opting to buy hygiene products, when you're going to shop, it is partially your responsibility, a great part, to make sure that the bottles aren't chipped, to make sure most of the product isn't gone, to make sure it's in good condition enough for you to use, as well as the applicator in good condition for you to use it. So you can use it. I feel like I should go over perfume bottles, all the perfume that comes in glass bottles. 'Cause I've seen way too many stories in the Facebook group I'm in over the last couple months that they've been dropped, and or either somebody dropped them or they dropped them. Accidents happens. I don't blame you. It happens. Sometimes you put all the precautions in place to make sure they don't fall. That's especially if it's a perfume you really really love. That's what I kept seeing. I'm like, okay, if that ain't a reminder for me, I would suggest putting them in totes. I'll go into. We'll see. We'll see if we can go into greater detail. By we, I mean me and you all. Um, Sometime in the future to kind of, as a preventative measure. And sometimes you could do that, and it's still. You just have to pray to the good Lord that none of your stuff, not just the favorite stuff, even your least favorite, don't break. Get those totes, those cloth totes, those cube like rectangular like totes, and go that route with storing your perfume. Perfume in the glass bottles, you might want to do a separator like they have for underwear organizer, and they have the cushion, the cloth like separators for them, and do it that way, and then put it in those cloth rectangular totes to go on your shelves. You could try that way, which means you'll have to lift up the whole tote to go in and pick out one perfume. Seems like a lot, but if it keeps your perfume glass perfume bottles from busted, going over plate, then yeah, carpet on the floor too. Carpet on the floor wherever you're storing your glass bottle perfume, glass anything body care, because they have glass bottle lotions, glass bottle everything. Let it be in a room with carpet or a closet with carpet, or just a designated spot where it's carpet. You don't have carpet, you have granite tile. I would a nice plush area rug. I would do that definitely. If you don't want to do that, take a plush throw, put it on the floor, take that tote, slide it out of your shelf, put it on the floor, and just start exploring like you're going on a treasure hunt. Get your stuff out, then put it back in, and then fold that plush blanket up, and let that blanket be the singular blanket at which you make. When I'm growing up, they call it a pallet because you just take a comforter that you don't really care about. It's only designated for that. Put it on the floor, fold it up, make it cushiony, and then do your activity there. Do that for the glass perfume. So in case anything falls, it got cushion to fall. Got you. It falls on your plush comforter. Yeah. Whew. I believe I have shared all the hygiene shopping warnings for now, and we'll see if we have any more. If you like to see more things like this, more topics like this, and you enjoy me sharing my experiences and just how to make your overall body care journey and storage of these products better, on either side, there should be a playlist. I'm going to try to put on the side where this video isn't showing, and grab a healthy plate of food or a healthy snack to eat with it. Or you can cherry pick out the playlist and find what you need. I will appreciate it. Love you. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,